In this video, I'm going to share how I sanitize my workspace with one ingredient that is practically non-toxic. I'm Sophia Ruan Gushée. I'm author of this book, A to Z of Detoxing, the ultimate guide to reducing our toxic exposures, a reference book that every household should have. It took over 8 years to research and write this almost 500-page reference book that is so valuable. And today I'm going to talk about sanitizing my workspace, not as a researcher or author of A to Z of Detoxing, someone who should be applying what I know perfectly. I'm going to be speaking as a super busy working mom of 3 who has an imperfect approach to sanitizing my workspace. So the one ingredient that I use is 70% isopropyl alcohol, which I discovered during COVID-19 because I was looking for a practically non-toxic approach towards killing COVID-19 at home. And so I bought many of these bottles to leave them all around the home with jars of cotton pads so that my 3 kids and husband would see them often and hopefully more frequently disinfect their keyboards and other things around the home. So what I do is I take a cotton pad, and I also keep isopropyl alcohol in these glass jars with a pretty label just because it looks better. I think maybe it'll be more eye-catching to me and remind me to, or inspire me to spritz. Actually, I will demonstrate what I do with the spray bottle. I will just spray the cotton pad to soak it with alcohol. And I actually don't really recommend this. You'll get some on your hands. It's very drying. It burns. This is probably a better idea because you just pour some on the cotton pad, and ideally you wear gloves, but I don't. And so I will, for example, rub the touchpad of my landline phone. I will disinfect the mouse piece, and while I'm at it, I'll just disinfect this whole area because my hands and my children's hands are all over this handset. And of course, I wipe for much longer. If you're trying to disinfect for COVID-19, I've read that you should let the alcohol sit anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute or longer, and that might change as we learn more about different variants. But I don't really use this to kill COVID-19. I just use it to disinfect what it can, but I still take other precautions like washing my hands often in terms of COVID-19 because I'm disinfecting a lot of electronics in my workspace. I don't really want liquid sitting on electronics for 30 seconds. So definitely, if you're concerned about COVID-19, read more about how to kill COVID-19 responsibly. But I'll take a new cotton pad. This is not new, but for demonstration purposes, I'll use the same one, and I will just wipe really well. Often it's black. I will also wipe my laptop touchpad, keyboard. The keyboard I showed you earlier, I attached to my laptop so that I have more distance from the laptop, which does emit radiation or electromagnetic fields, which disrupts my sleep. And I also will wipe the wired mouse. I use wired products whenever possible because of the radiation. And I will wipe the camera of my phone and my iPhone. And also my water bottle, which someone took. Pretending this is my water bottle, which I use a stainless steel water bottle. I also will just disinfect the where I often drink from. So it's super handy to have this isopropyl alcohol around my workspace. So what's the concern with sanitizing products? I'll mention 3. If you still want something off the shelf, then read the ingredients for fragrance, which contain, if you can think of fragrance as being like representing a recipe of chemicals. It can contain up to dozens or up to hundreds of unique chemicals. Many of them that are used in fragrance formulas have been found to be toxic to many parts of us, like our brain, our lungs, our nervous system, our skin. Some might be safe, but it's simply hard to know which ones are safe and which ones are not, or which ones pose serious risks. So read product labels for fragrance and also synthetic dyes and preservatives. So a popular one is a class of chemicals that end with the word parabens. So those are 3 common ingredients that do pose health risks: fragrance, synthetic dyes, any sort of colors, and preservatives like parabens. Again, if you want to just go a safe route, isopropyl alcohol is rated a B by the Environmental Working Group. So it's relatively non-toxic. Of course, you still want to be safe and make sure children don't drink it by accident. And it does burn the skin, so be really careful. And also inhaling it can be irritating. But I hope you found that really helpful. Take the time to get to know isopropyl alcohol. There's so many other great uses around the home. It really simplifies my shopping list. If you found this helpful, then please like and share this video with your friends and your network. If you'd like to learn more about fragrance and synthetic dyes in our everyday products and how they pose health risks, A to Z of Detoxing is super helpful. It gives you a great overview of that. And also check out my free Practical Nontoxic Living podcast. You can learn about all of that and much more at my website at www.ruanliving.com, and sign up for my newsletter by texting the word Detox, DETOX, to the number 66866. That will keep you updated on the latest releases and lots of free practical non-toxic living tips. I'll see you next time.